It's late October in the UK, a time when most people expect chilly winds, gray skies, and the comforting crunch of fallen leaves underfoot. But this year, something extraordinary is happening. A heat wave is on the horizon, catching everyone off guard. Meteorologists are stunned. Temperatures are set to rival those of midsummer, with forecasts showing numbers that would be remarkable even in July or August. This isn't a gentle Indian summer, it's a climate anomaly that's becoming all too familiar. The parks, usually damp and golden, are now sun-baked and dry, with a shimmering heat haze distorting the skyline. The forecast disrupts our seasonal expectations. Pumpkins and Halloween plans now meet record-breaking heat, as families swap jumpers for t-shirts while preparing for autumn festivities. The numbers show a surge of hot air from the south, promising to shatter autumn records. Meteorological models highlight a dramatic influx of warmth, with thermometers climbing to levels rarely seen this time of year. It's a stark reminder that our climate is shifting in unpredictable ways. The rapid change from cool to sweltering conditions leaves many wondering what's next. The real shock is the timing. An October heatwave of this scale was once unthinkable. Now, it's a reality that's hard to ignore, especially for those most vulnerable. The boundaries between seasons are blurring. The rhythms of the year are being rewritten before our eyes. Autumn and summer now seem to overlap, creating a confusing new normal. This isn't just a few days of odd weather, it's part of a troubling global trend. Across the world, similar stories are unfolding, linking local events to a much bigger picture. The climate is entering a volatile phase, and this heat wave is a clear sign. The land itself is showing stress, with parched grass and wilting plants where there should be moisture. Conversations have shifted from autumn colors to hydration and shade. People are swapping stories of sleepless hot nights and searching for ways to stay cool. The language of summer has invaded autumn, forcing us to adapt quickly. Shops are selling fans and cold drinks instead of scarves and hot chocolate. Vulnerable groups, especially the elderly, are at risk. Health services are issuing warnings, urging everyone to check on neighbors and stay hydrated. This sudden change is a small but telling sign of climate disruption. The coexistence of autumn leaves and summer blooms is a visual metaphor for a world out of balance. We're being forced to rethink our plans and our assumptions about the world. Outdoor events are being rescheduled, and people are questioning what the future holds. The unseasonal furnace is more than a weather event. It's a glimpse of a future where the unexpected is the new normal. Our cities, our traditions, and our daily routines are all being tested. As we brace for the week ahead, the message is clear. Climate change is no longer distant or abstract. It's here, demanding our attention and action. It's here, reshaping our lives in real time. The October surprise is a wake-up call, urging us to adapt, respond, and rethink how we live in a rapidly changing world. The culprit behind this heat? The Iberian plume. It's a weather pattern that channels hot, dry air from Spain and Portugal straight to the UK. Think of it as a giant, invisible hairdryer aimed at Britain. This plume displaces our usual cool air, causing temperatures to spike far above average. While the Iberian plume isn't new, its intensity and frequency are increasing as the planet warms. Each plume now carries more heat, amplifying what used to be rare events. This October heatwave is a direct result of this process. The mechanism is local, but the cause is global, a warming world. The hot air isn't just from Spain, it's from a planet that's heating up. Understanding the Iberian plume connects the weather outside to the broader climate crisis. It's a local symptom of a global problem. Cities like London are especially vulnerable during heat waves, as their dense infrastructure and bustling activity make them particularly susceptible to rising temperatures. Concrete, asphalt, and brick absorb and trap heat throughout the day, turning urban areas into giant ovens that radiate warmth long after the sun sets. At night, cities don't cool down like the countryside. This is known as the urban heat island effect, where built-up areas remain much warmer than their rural surroundings. Tall buildings trap heat and block cooling winds, while cars and air conditioning units pump out even more warmth, compounding the problem and making the air feel heavy and stifling. The result is relentless heat, especially in dense areas where shade is scarce and the sun beats down on crowded streets. For Londoners, this means sleepless nights and stifling homes, particularly in older buildings that lack modern insulation or air conditioning, leaving residents tossing and turning in the heat. The underground becomes unbearable, packed with commuters seeking relief while green spaces offer only brief moments of respite from the oppressive temperatures. The city's design, built for a milder climate, now works against its residents, with narrow streets and historic architecture providing little protection from the sun. The heat wave exposes the urgent need for more green infrastructure, parks, trees, and green roofs that can help cool the city and provide much-needed shade. The River Thames cools only its immediate surroundings, offering a narrow ribbon of relief in a sea of heat. For most, the story is one of trapped heat and rising discomfort, as daily life becomes a struggle against the relentless warmth. Our built environment is amplifying the dangers of a changing climate, making cities like London ground zero for the impacts of extreme heat. The concrete jungle is feeling the full force of the new normal, as heat waves become more frequent and intense, challenging the way we live in our cities. The heat wave's impact stretches far beyond the city limits of London. Southeast England, in particular, will be hit the hardest by these extreme conditions. Its proximity to mainland Europe and high population density make this region especially vulnerable to the effects of prolonged heat. Agriculture is already feeling the strain, with crops suffering damage and water resources, already stretched thin, being pushed to their absolute limit. The risk of wildfires in dry heathlands and forests will soar, threatening both natural habitats and nearby communities. Transport networks will suffer as rails can buckle, roads may soften, and power grids could be overwhelmed by increased demand. Millions of commuters could face significant delays, service disruptions, and even power outages during peak hours. Most homes in the region aren't built for this kind of heat. There are no shutters, no air conditioning, and few cooling features to provide relief. The region's resilience will be tested at every level, from critical infrastructure to the routines of daily life for families and workers. Communities must adapt quickly to conditions they were never designed for, finding new ways to stay safe and comfortable. This heat wave is a true stress test for the entire Southeast, revealing weaknesses and demanding urgent solutions. It's a wake-up call to rethink how we build, plan, and manage our communities for a hotter future. The systems we rely on, transport, energy, water, are all sensitive to extreme heat and must be strengthened. This event will force us to confront our vulnerabilities and highlight our urgent need to adapt and build resilience for the challenges ahead. The forecast doesn't just show temperature, it shows the feels like number. 32 degrees might feel like 38 thanks to humidity. Humidity slows sweat evaporation, making it harder for our bodies to cool down. A feels like temperature of 38 means real thermal stress, especially for the vulnerable. Heat stroke risk rises sharply at these levels. The elderly, young children, and those with health conditions are most at risk. This isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. The feels like temperature is a warning. Take the heat seriously, avoid strenuous activity, stay hydrated, and check on neighbors. This October's feels like reading is unprecedented, a sign of real danger. It translates abstract weather data into a tangible health warning. Respect the number, it could save lives. The message: this is not just hot, it's hazardous. Extreme heat has prompted new warning systems, urban heat alerts. These alerts target cities where heat risks are highest. They're triggered by a mix of high daytime and overnight temperatures, plus humidity. When thresholds are crossed, alerts are issued: yellow, amber, or red, depending on severity. The goal: prompt action from health services, emergency responders, and the public. Hospitals prepare for more heat-related cases. Local authorities check on vulnerable residents. Cooling centers may open for those without relief at home. Urban heat alerts turn complex data into a simple message: danger, it's going to be exceptionally hot. As heat waves become more common, these alerts will be a regular part of city life. They're a vital adaptation to our new climate reality. Just as we have flood and snow warnings, we now need heat alerts. This is the new language of survival in a warming world. Extreme heat is a serious health threat. Heat exhaustion brings dizziness, heavy sweating, and nausea, signs the body is struggling. Without quick cooling, it can escalate to heat stroke, a life-threatening emergency. The heart and lungs are under immense strain, especially for those with pre-existing conditions. Poor air quality worsens respiratory issues. Hospitals will see a surge in emergency cases. The elderly, young children, outdoor workers, and those in poor housing are most at risk. Heat waves expose and worsen social inequalities. The psychological toll is real. Irritability, poor sleep, and stress rise with the temperature. Homes become stifling traps, not places of comfort. The cumulative effect is widespread suffering, not just higher mortality. The human cost of a heat wave is measured in both lives and quality of life. Extreme heat is more than an inconvenience, it's a public health crisis. Preparation is key in this unprecedented October heat wave. Stay hydrated, drink water regularly, avoid alcohol and caffeine. Keep your home cool, close curtains, open windows at night, and dress in light clothing. Go outside only during cooler hours. Seek shade and wear hats and sunglasses. Slow down, avoid strenuous activity in peak heat. If you feel dizzy or unwell, rest in a cool place and drink water. Community support is vital. Check on elderly or vulnerable neighbors. A simple call or visit can make a big difference. Local authorities should spread clear messages and open public cooling centers. This heat wave tests both our personal readiness and our social fabric. By working together and sharing information, we can protect the most vulnerable. Community solidarity is our best defense against extreme weather. Together we can navigate this challenge and keep each other safe. This October heatwave isn't a fluke, it's a preview of our future. Climate change means more frequent, intense, and widespread heat waves. Today's records will be tomorrow's averages. Our homes, cities, and infrastructure were built for a different climate. We must adapt. More green spaces, better insulation, and resilient energy systems. Adaptation must be fair, prioritizing the most vulnerable. Social housing, healthcare, and community networks need investment. A just transition is essential. Everyone deserves to thrive, not just survive. This heat wave is a wake-up call, a message from the climate system. Incremental change isn't enough. We're in a climate emergency. The choices we make now will shape the world for future generations. This unseasonal furnace is both a warning and an opportunity. Let's use it to build a safer, more resilient future for all.